So on Friday, we absolutely crushed it. Ended up making 2 trades on Webull stock. Both of the trades went up over 1,000% plus. I ended up selling for a 200% plus profit return. We also had multiple 100% profit returns during the power hour trading session on SPX options. I'm going to be breaking down all the trades that we made towards the end of this video. First things first, let's get straight into tonight's analysis on how to trade the best setups at the best prices. Also going to be giving you a potential swing trade and day trading idea heading into this week on Webull stock because it looks like we are setting up for another phenomenal dip buying opportunity. Let's get straight into the analysis. So in terms of the SPY, this is what I wanted to bring awareness to. We are setting up for a play to be trading both ways. Right now, the SPY is gapping up. The first opportunity that I'm looking to get in on is going to be put options on the overall SPY. So in terms of the 2 key levels of interest that I have for put options, the first one is going to be the following. Right here at this breakdown and retest level towards 628.80. Right around this zone right here, this breakdown and retest zone. 628.80 to 629 breakdown and retest zone. Now, in terms of the next level, above 629 that I'm interested in buying puts, it's going to be the following zone, 629.50 to 630. So heading into tomorrow, those are going to be 2 zones where I'm very interested in buying put options for a day trading opportunity on puts. So based off of what I'm seeing in terms of the overall pattern, as long as we are maintaining below 629.50 to 630, and in terms of this pattern repeating itself, if it does repeat itself, then ideally it stays under the lower zone of 629.50 to 629. In that case, we should start to have a small pullback. So in terms of heading into Monday, based off of what I'm seeing, it's likely not going to be the most volatile day where we're going to have big, massive moves. It's going to be a bit more dry, but potentially 2 trading opportunities to be trading both ways. So like I said, the first opportunity is going to be the zones for puts. And if the pattern repeats in a very similar cycle, it's going to be the lower zone. It might not even reach the top zone. So especially if we're staying below 629, I'm looking to get in on puts very, very early into the morning, right? If it's reacting bullish, breaking out and retesting, next level I'm looking for puts is 630. If it reacts bearish there, then I'll get in. If we break above 630, then there's a break of trend. And in that particular situation, I really wouldn't recommend to really do anything in that particular situation unless the SPY had like a massive breakout and went to like 632, 633 plus, then it dropped back down to 630. Then you could look to play calls for a break and retest. Other than that, I really wouldn't look to do too much. I'm mainly looking for an opportunity early into the day to get in and out on put options towards those zones that I've given you. And based off the pattern, as long as we're staying under 629.50, it's going to be the lower zone. And if the pattern repeats in a very similar cycle, it's going to be that lower zone and not even hit the higher zone. So if we're reacting bearish around that zone, I'm going to be doing puts. Now, in terms of profit targets, so if we're hitting puts towards 629 here, the first profit target is going to be 628. Now, in terms of the overall SPY, if we are maintaining below that 629.50 zone, it's going to try to be overall bearish on the day and then likely have a small spike into the close based off of what I'm seeing. So in terms of like some key critical levels to keep an eye on, this was strong previous resistance that is now turned into support. So 620.80, 626.40, above that 627, 627.80, right? So these zones I'm looking at here, 626, 626.30, 626.80, and 627.80. Those are all key breakout and retest overall zones on the SPY. So let's discuss dip buying opportunities. So first things first, if the play for puts ends up working out and the opportunity is there, then the most you're going to want to risk is 25 to 50% of your gains if you choose to keep on trading. And just understand that as long as we're maintaining below 629.50, it's going to be an overall bearish daily candlestick and likely have a spike and recover a little bit into the close for an opportunity for calls. So in terms of some scalp levels for calls against the overall trend, in terms of this situation, this would mainly be if SPY stayed below 629.50. started to go bearish, and then later on throughout the day, we're sitting at one of these levels. So these would be the levels that I'm keeping an eye on for calls. So the first level is going to be the gap close reversal. This is the absolute highest level, not the most ideal level, but 628. Keep an eye on 628. Now, let's get into the more ideal levels in zones, the more oversold ones. This is a very special level right here. It already played out in a sense, but not really. It didn't really move up too much from it. So I would still consider this a strong buying opportunity. 627, this is a very bullish pattern. For those of you who watched the previous trade recaps, you're well aware of this overall bullish trend reversal pattern. Red in the middle, green in the middle, then SPY starts to uptrend, test this breakdown, retest level right here. So it did have a breakout. It did retest here, but it didn't really do much, excluding this little gap up right here. So 627 is going to be very key. The zone, in terms of one of the best zones for calls, is going to be 627. Now, I want to take a look at these levels one more time. So 627, 626.80, 626.40, those are going to be the best overall levels. 627.30, 627, 620.80, 620, 60. Those are your best overall levels to be buying calls heading into tomorrow if market's gapping up, right? So that's the most likely outcome. The most likely outcome is, in terms of this pattern repeating itself, the SPY is going to try to maintain below 629, start to drop later into the close, have a nice little spike, nothing too crazy. So again, in terms of Friday, SPY really didn't do too much. It went from 629 to 626, and then it spiked to 627.70. So expect a very similar outcome. Not too volatile, and the most likely outcome, as long as we're staying below 629.50, is again, we drop, and then we start to chop, spike, and start to spike into the close, right? And I gave you the spike levels. Right? So basically, in terms of how we're setting up, based off this overall pattern that I'm seeing, the most likely outcome is literally something like this, where we just continue with this breakdown and retest overall trend. We had this breakdown and retest level right here towards 629 to 629.50. This was support, this was the break, this was the retest, breakdown, retest, lower high, starts to sell off. This is the new breakdown and retest level right here. And then SPY retest it, starts to sell off. And then in terms of the new breakdown and retest level, it's towards this, 629, 628.50 to 80 range, right around there. SPY's going to try to maintain under that overall zone, start to pull back again, and then a break and retest, overall level, right? So in terms of this ideal situation for calls, I would encourage you to wait for some consolidation into the close and just look for dip buying opportunities. So wait for SPY to just settle for like an hour to 2 hours at a level. And then once you see it's breaking out, retesting, 30-minute candlesticks are closing higher than the previous ones, buy into the spike into the close. It's going to try to have a little spike into the close, looking at about $1 spike into the close, right? So that's the most likely outcome. SPY tops around here, starts to sell off into the close, $1 spike. That's literally the most likely outcome. In terms of break of trends and in terms of more oversold levels, if SPY had a more volatile move, unlikely. But if this did happen, very key levels to be keeping an eye on. Let me disable extended hours real quick just to see this. So yeah, a very key level. So if we were to go below like 626 to 627, let's see, this is very key, 624 to 625, that would be your next overall buy zone. So again, if SPY's gapping the fuck up, 627.58 would be the first scalp opportunity. And if 627 is not reacting as support, the next break and retest levels, so I'm looking at this as well, 620, 626s, 626s, and then below 626s, we got a very strong zone at 624 to 625. Below that, 623, very strong break and retest level as well. So that's the main overall game plan. Just to understand, in terms of the SPY, and again, if it's maintaining below this and we start dropping below this, 627.60 is going to be heading to the next overall level right here, 625.80. It's going to try to bounce first at 625.88. Then the levels below will try to bounce first there as well. So these are all bounce zones where the SPY should bounce first, where you can do a quick scalp on overall calls. These are bounce zones right here. This is one of the best levels for puts right here. And this is a key level. If market is just maintaining under 629 and we start to sell off below 627.60 early into the day, then that's going to turn into a level for puts. Remember, the main game plan for calls is later into the day at an oversold level, right? So obviously, if we're towards 629.50, then the oversold level is going to be towards 627 to 620.50 gap close reversal, right? But if we're opening up, towards 627.50, then the more oversold level for calls would be towards 626 to 625 to 624, right? And then the put zone would still remain that upper overall put zone. And if the SPY does have a massive drop below 627.50, where we were dropping 2 to 3 points, you're going to want to hit puts at that previous closing price. That's another trade idea. So those are the multiple trade ideas. That's how I'm viewing the market heading into tomorrow. Those are the most likely outcomes, and that's what I'm planning for. So, like I said, if we're opening up around 629, looking for puts around there. If we're opening up at 627.50 and market's reacting bearish, looking for puts around there. If market has a big drop below 627.50, looking for calls later into the day at oversold opportunities, and then looking for puts towards the previous closing price at 627.50 if the market has a nice drop below that earlier into the morning. If not, then the higher level, right? And then like I said, for calls, the key time is later into the day, towards the end, ideally past 1:30 p.m. to 2 p.m., and you're looking at oversold zones. So if market went to 629 mid, the oversold zone would be towards 626.50 to 627.50 range, right? Now, if the market opened up towards 627.50 and started to sell off, the oversold zone would be towards 625.80 to 625 to 624. So that is the overall game plan. Just to give you some more levels on calls later into this week. These are all going to be phenomenal levels to keep your eyes on calls. Right here, phenomenal level towards 624. Right here, this is an amazing level, 622. Right here, 623. All phenomenal levels on calls. This level as well towards 619. So in terms of the most likely outcome, as of now, as long as we're maintaining below this, is going to be puts first. Get in on the fucking puts. Call it for the day. Come back later if you like. Look for a dip buying opportunity on calls if you're seeing something similar like this. Trend reversal, breaks, retest, bullish 30-minute candlestick patterns, right? Market's going to start to drop in early into this week as long as we're maintaining below this 629 overall range. Hit that first trade on puts, right? So that's the game plan for SPY heading into tomorrow. Very confident we're going to be green as fuck heading into tomorrow based off of how the market's setting up. It's going to be a highly predictable, lucrative trading day. It's not going to be the most volatile, but we are going to be green and we are going to print. There should be at least 2 to 3 trades heading into tomorrow. Now, in terms of Webull is setting up for another dip buying opportunity right here. So we closed at 1689. It had a small little gap down. So the key for this is I want to see a gap down. That's what I want to see. I want to see a gap down for another dip buying opportunity. I want to see something like this. I'm gonna compare this to SPY here real quick on this. Oh man, that's that mid 15. But just take a look at this daily candle right here on Webull, and then look at SPY. It's a little bit similar. You can see this daily candlestick is a little bit similar. And then the next day, we had this move up, and then it closed in the red barely, right? So the point is with how this looks on a daily chart, SPY is supposed to drop a little bit and then recover. That's why I'm telling you this 626.50 previous day lows would be fucking killer for calls on SPY. Previous day lows heading into tomorrow will be a top watch along with that 625 mid area. But in terms of Webull, we're setting up for another dip buying opportunity. So just wait a little bit. You could see in terms of this is a similar outcome as well. This candle right here, this candle right here, this candle right here, this candle right here, identical. Next day it has the move up and it gaps down. So be a little bit patient. I'm looking, there's going to be a swing trade on this overall play heading into this week. And the key time to swing trade that is likely going to be on Wednesday. So I'm keeping a very, very close eye on this in terms of overall price ranges that I'm keeping an eye on. So in terms of Webull, we closed at 1689. In terms of overall prices, I'm keeping an eye on this mid 15 to 15 to mid 15. That's a very, very key. This is a very, very key level of interest right here towards 1450 to 15 to 1550. That overall zone right there, basically from 1450 to 1550. Looking for another dip buying opportunity here on Webull to swing trade. Looking to use the break and retest strategy. Basically, in terms of what can potentially happen is by Wednesday, so heading tomorrow, we could go up a little bit. But by Wednesday, we can have a small little pullback, ideally back into the mid 15s or lower. And then I'm looking to get back in on this overall one. So for those of you who use the game plan, you should have been green. We were green as fuck. These were the trades that I ended up making. I had 2 trades on Friday. You guys are well aware on Fridays, we trade, not just SPY and SPX, but we trade 0 dates on stocks. Stocks don't have 0 dates until Fridays. SPY and SPX have 0 dates every single fucking day. But as you can see, we trade stocks as well. So July 18th on Friday, 15.5 bull calls at 24 cents. These went up over 1,000% plus from my entry. I ended up selling those for a 200% in terms of those. I got in at 24 cents, ended up selling those at 66 cents a contract. If you were to hold just 36 more minutes, if you were to hold about 40 minutes, you would have been up over 1,000% on those. But I ended up selling those for over 200% plus profit return. And then I had another trade on Webull. This one, it would have made sense for me to hold more since it was even cheaper and lower risk. This one was only 14 cents. I got in at 14 cents. It literally went nearly to 0. I held it. And then I sold it at 19 cents. And then it went up to over 100 cents a contract within the span of 35 minutes. But in total, that's over a 230% profit return. And if you held some runners into the close, that's over 1,000% gain on Webull call options using the game plan that I laid out for you. I also bought shares on this as well. And I'm going to be holding the bulk of those shares long term. But I bought some shares at 14:41 at 3:54 p.m. That was the day before. So yeah, we're fucking crushing it on stocks. And then in terms of the trades that we ended up making, in terms of real-time zero-day option trade alert system, G-Roar absolutely crushed it. These were the trades that we ended up making as well on SPY and SPX. So those are my 2 trades before that. 100% success rate on Webull. In terms of these trades, we had 631 SPY calls for 29 cents. The first trade in the morning did not work out. It was a 100% loss, but losing is still a personal choice, even if you start your day with a 100% loss, because we have a real-time zero-day options trading alert system where you will be green at the speed of light with Risk Management 101. So we start off the day with a trade on calls, and this was a 100% loss, 29 cents a contract. And then in terms of the next trade, 626 SPY puts for 47 cents a contract. Switching sides, adding, tripling the position size at 38 cents, right? So we were in at 47 cents. We added at 38 cents, averaging our cost down a little bit. Normally we don't do that, but it wasn't too much. It wasn't down that much and it made sense. So we did it. And then as soon as we tripled the position size, the trade went from 40 cents to 44 to 45 to 55 to 63. And we ended up closing that out above 60 cents a contract, right? So 47 cents to 60 cents a contract is a nice win, especially when you triple your position size. More than green enough since you tripled your position size to get you back from red to green on the overall day. But as you see, the win rate does not matter. It does not matter if we start off with a losing session in the morning, because power hour will always bail you out the vast majority of the time. 6295 SPX calls at 3:44 p.m. for 105 cents. Added, doubled the position size, which doubles the gains, added at 95 cents. We're in at 100. We're adding at 95 cents. We're doubling the position size to double the gains. The trade goes in the money, 200, 255, set profit stops, 260, and then 340, your profit stopped out at 300 cents a contract. 100 to 300 is a 200% win. The morning trade was a 100% loss. That means you're up net positive 100% with a 50% win rate. And the trade before that on puts was a 33% profit return. And we tripled the position size on the trade on puts, which tripled the gains. And we doubled the position size on the trade on SPX calls, which doubled the gains. Losing is a personal choice because we're adding to fucking winners, which is doubling and tripling gains. And also, the percentage wins always outweigh the percentage losses. If you took, literally, the first trade in the morning and lost 100%, and then you came back during power hour and you took this trade, you would have made all your money back and a fuck ton more because we added to the win, which doubles the gain, and we doubled the fucking gain on a fucking trade from 100 to 300. 200% plus profit return. First trade, 100% L. Second trade, 200% return, but we doubled the fucking position size, which doubles the fucking gain. And then the trade before that, 47 cents, added at 38 fucking cents. That'll get your average, to about, if you're in at 47 cents, you're in at 38 cents. That should get your average to right around like 40, 42, 43 cents, right around that overall range. And this one, we tripled the position size and it went to 63 fucking cents. So G-Roar ended up going 2 for 3. Losing remains a personal choice, even with a 67% win rate, because the percentage gains outweighed the one loss by a fuck ton, by over fucking 130%. And also because we tripled the gains on this trade on puts by tripling the position size, and we doubled the gains on this 200% win. So how the fuck can anyone be red when all we do is fucking win and print with a real-time zero-date options trade alert system? And then in terms of my trades, like I said, I entered 2 Webull trades and held them the whole fucking day, and they both went up over 1,000%. So if I'm entering trades that go up 1,000%, you're fucking red, just quit. Like if you guys were fucking red on Friday, this is just not for you. There's no excuses to be fucking red. I sold my Webull calls for 200%. This one I sold for a smaller win, 14 cents to 19 cents, like 33%. G-Roar's calling out 200% wins on SPX, doubling the gains. 33% win on fucking SPY puts. Starting off today with 100% loss, coming back with vengeance to make it all back in green, showing you that losing's a fucking choice. Morning sessions red, losing's a fucking choice. 50% win rate, losing's a fucking choice. It's a fucking choice. If you are not going green every single week in 2025, look in the fucking mirror and see what the fuck it's reflecting back into you. Because I'm telling you, man, some of y'all, you're on the wrong fucking team. You're in the wrong fucking shots. Some of y'all just don't have the experience, or trading's just not for you. But you should be going green every single fucking week. Once it clicks and once you get this, every single fucking week. Losing should genuinely be a personal fucking choice. Even if your win rate is as low as 50 fucking %. So, with that being said, if you would like to join our secured private networking community, it's going to be the first link down below within the description. What you gain access to is our secured private network, our community. You get to surround yourself with multimillionaires. You also gain access to a real-time zero-date options trade alert system. So just to give you some background in terms of this real-time zero-date options trade alert system, this is all years and years documented. We've maintained hundreds and hundreds of members throughout the past, couple years, and they have not left the group. They're still with us because we make people money. We make people a fuck ton of money. We have members making $500 to $1,000 a day with us. We have some members who are making 5 figures a week with us trading zero-date options. When you join the group, you will see that we print at the speed of fucking light, non-fucking stop. If you want to see what it fucking looks like, it's like this. 6260, SPX puts at 140 cents. Literally right here, 6260 puts when SPX is at 6267. And then the trade drops, this SPX drops all the way fucking down to 6254, and we're selling at 1,000 cents. 140 to 1,000, nearly 1,000% plus profit return. This is what it fucking looks like. When you get in fucking puts right here, and then SPX goes from 6267 all the way down to 6258. SPX is dropping at the speed of fucking light, non-fucking stop. In on puts, right fucking here, out right on there. So if you want to fucking print at the speed of light, it's the first link down below within the description. You gain access to a real-time zero-date options trade alert system. Just to give you some background to the system, We're trading cheap, low risk, far out of the money zero-day options. This is the routine that we have. Before 3:30 p.m., before power hour, we trade SPY. SPY is cheap and low risk. It's going to be below 50 cents a contract, right? We go far out of the money on 0 days. And these trades make the biggest percentage gains. And what we do is we put in our max risk per trade into these trades, which could be 1% of your account, 2% of your account, 3% of your account. You can get started with just one contract. Every contract you buy with us, you can literally make over $100 profit. When you trade SPX, you can literally make $300, $500, $1,000 profit on one single contract, right? So you can get started with one contract. Every single day, there's multiple trades per day. You know, on our most high momentum volatile days, we'll have 8 to 15 trades. On our slow days, we'll have 3 to 4 trades, right? So it can average out literally to like 5 trades per day. Every single week, there's dozens and dozens of trades. Now, in terms of what this compounds to, on our best days, we make net out of 5 to 10 trades, 1,000 to 3,000% plus profit returns. Every single week, we have a trade where we make over a 1,000% return. You're going to see with this, it's the cheapest, lowest risk zero-day options trade alert system where you can be extremely successful taking very, very cheap, low risk trades and also being very successful with a low win rate. But you're going to see we have the highest win rate in the game doing this. But trading zero-day options with us, you're going to see how you can be very successful with a win rate as low as 33%. So you're going to see on how losing is a personal choice. You're going to see in terms of trading zero-day options, all of the illusions it destroys within the market. You can be very, very successful with a low win rate. And it also puts you in a position to be successful and build a strong foundation in terms of trading by having if you have a low win rate, because with this, you're making the biggest percentage gains and you're taking cheap, low risk trades. And you're also adding to the winners to increase your gains. So we don't set stop losses. On a loss, we just let it expire, worthless, and go to zero. We trade the trend. We don't have to time the trade 100% properly. If we don't time it properly, the second strike should be timed a hell of a lot better for even bigger gains. And the first strike tends to come back to life. So in terms of a dead play, when we're down 50% plus on a play, it comes back to life 7 out of 10 times. So 7 out of 10 times the trade comes back to life when we're down 50%, which is why we just hold the trades, because a couple times it's going to be a multiple 100% profit return anyways. There's no point in trying to be right by cutting a loss short out of the 3 times we're going to be wrong. Just let it expire worthless and goes to zero. The percentage gains always outweigh the percentage loss. And we always have a win rate above 50% plus, but in terms of us trading zero-day options, we have the highest win rate in the game. It's above 80% plus. And you're going to see how losing is genuinely a personal fucking choice once you figure our format out, and especially if it's for you and it works for you, right? So with that being said, we add to winners to double to triple the gains, and we set profit stops to ensure that our winners and the winners that we add to don't go green to red. If you set a profit stop on a trade, you get stopped out for profit. It's impossible to go green to red. If you set a stop loss, you get stopped out for a loss, and then the trade can come back to life and go very, very green, and then you miss out on that opportunity because you sold for a fucking loss. We don't sell for fucking losses. We don't use stop losses. We quickly add to winners when we're up 5, 10, 15, 20% plus, and then we set profit stops to ensure that we protect that so we don't go green to red, and then we move the profit stops up higher to ensure that we get profit stopped out where we moved it to, not where we originally set it to. That way, if the market has a big move against our trade as we're in our win, we get profit stopped out where we moved it to. We don't get back the bulk of our gains. So that's what we do. If you'd like to experience it firsthand, it's the first link down below within the description. You're going to see it's unlimited fucking winning. It's unlimited fucking printing. You'll be surrounded by multimillionaires. You'll be surrounded by many members who've been with us for a couple years right now. And you're going to see, man, the fucking results, the fucking gains. It's real. Look at this. Before noon, Webull options went up over 1,000% by the end of the fucking day. Literally all it takes, man, if you just hold a couple fucking runners, you literally just hold a couple runners, you can literally just leave like $100, $200 just to run on the end of the day plays, and it can turn into fucking $500, $1,000, $2,000 fucking dollars. Like, losing is genuinely a personal fucking choice, man. If you're serious about making fucking money, it's the first link down below within the description. You gain access to our community, our secure private network. You gain access to multimillionaires inside of our community. You gain access to a dedicated team who is serious about mastering zero date options. You're going to be trading alongside people who've already mastered this, people who've already built systems, trading the best asset class to be trading. Without a doubt, if you trade real money, the best thing to optimize for and to learn to figure out is our format, zero date options, far the money zero date options. And in terms of the system, and like I said, there's no better system we can create. That we have the best system, and we have multiple systems with far the money zero date options. But in terms of the best system, it's to buy cheap, low risk, far out of money option trades. It's to put in low risk, where the most you put in is what you lose if the contract expires worthless and goes to zero, and put yourself in trades that have big percentage gain potential and also high winning rate percentage potential. Not that you need that high win rate if you have the big percentage gains, but that's what we focus on. We focus on, having a high win rate, and we focus on the trades that are going to give us the biggest percentage gains. We focus on both. And in terms of the system, there's no stop losses. You put in your max risk per trade, your R multiple into the trade, your most you're willing to lose. You set profit stops, you move the profit stops. There's absolutely nothing we can possibly do to make that better. We set profit stops. We don't use stop losses. We hold fucking winners. We set profit stops and move the profit stops up. We quickly add to winners. And, in terms of losses, there's no fucking stop losses. The most you put in is what you risk. Your max risk per trade. Lose a couple percent. Like I said, we're fucking killing it every fucking way. I called out Webull yesterday. When it was at $14.40, it went to $17 a fucking share in after hours the next fucking day. And then I did Webull fucking calls. I gave you guys the fucking blueprint. We give you guys so fucking much so you can literally make money before you even join the fucking group. But like I said, you join our group, you're going to see we're the absolute best zero date option traders. Without a doubt, we have the best trades. If you're looking for the best trades in the best trading alert system, because again, this isn't just buy and sell here alerts. This is a system. Hold the trades. No stop losses, set profit stops, move profit stops up higher, add to fucking winners. You understand? This is a system. This isn't buy at this price, sell at this price. This is buy fucking here, but before you buy fucking here, this is the most you're willing to risk on the fucking trade. No fucking stop loss, hold the fucking loss. It comes back to life 7 out of 10 times. We're green on a trade. We're up a little bit, 5, 10, 20%. For us, that's small percentage gains. It could be very, very good dollar gains, but for us, that's small percentage gains because we win big percentage-wise. We make multiple 100% profit returns. We make 1,000% plus returns. So we add to winners instead of selling for small percentage gains, 5, 10, 20%. Some people like to scalp and get in and out for minutes. Why the fuck don't they just trade SPX during power hour and make like 300% in fucking minutes? Why would they aim for 5 to 20% when they could just do that, right? But there's plenty of systems within the market. We have access to all the fucking systems, and we have the best fucking system. And you trade alongside us, you're going to see it's the best fucking system, right? Add to winners, set profit stops, move the profit stops up higher, win and print at the speed of fucking light. Look, if you just buy and hold fucking Webull long fucking term, you should make 100% plus on that. Like, losing is just genuinely a personal fucking choice. There is absolutely no reason for those of you who genuinely want to try out our secured private network, you want to try out our real-time zero-day option trailer system, there's absolutely no reason on why you can't. For those of you who trade with real fucking money, even if you have a small account, get started. It's the first link down below within the description. You trade alongside us, and you're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to love being introduced to multimillionaires, trading alongside them, gaining experience. It's going to open your eyes up, man. It's going to shed fucking layers of fucking trade. It's going to break through fucking illusion. It can transform your entire trading career, man. So if you're serious about trading alongside a group who's genuinely focused on mastering the best real-time zero-day options trailer system within the market, then this is the group for you. There's other groups, they just do buy and sell alerts. There's other groups, they just teach, they don't even trade. With us, you're gaining access to the best real-time zero-day options trailer system within the market. That means these are not just the best trades, this is the best fucking system within the fucking market. And you will see on our best days, 8 to 15 trades, 90% plus win rate, and what you're going to see is all those trades combined, wins and losses, it's over 2,000 to 4,000% net return on the fucking day. Meaning, if you put $100 into each one of those trades, you would have came out with $2,000 to $4,000 on a day. We have days like that every single fucking week. You're going to see every single fucking week, we are averaging net 2,000 plus returns. I'm telling you, 2,000 net plus fucking returns. It tends to average out to around that. You can literally go back, take every single trade that we fucking made. It's all fucking documented. You can go on demand, Thinkorswim, go back. You can try to decode what it is that we're doing, look at multiple time frames, use fucking indicators. You can try to figure that out in sense. I mean, just this fucking track record alone is worth a fucking fortune. With the clientele, with the base we have, in 90% of our customers choosing to stay with us long term, the company's easily, Team Roar is easily worth over 8 figures. So with that being said, I'm telling you, if you're serious about gaining access to a real-time zero-day options trading alert system, into a community secured private network who's focused on, their trading and mastering the system and trading alongside the best, it's the first thing down below within the description. And I'm telling you, I got a trade coming up again on fucking Webull, man. So I'm already 3 for 3 on fucking Webull, man. I'm telling you, every single Friday I focus on stocks, but I'm seeing a swing trade coming up on Webull. I'm already invested into this as well. But I don't just buy and invest into a stock. I make trades out of the stocks that I'm fucking investing into, man. I fucking love doing that. When I'm invested into a company long term, and for those of you who study my channel, you're well aware that I rarely ever announce like investments. It's very, very rare for me to take on an investment. Webull is one of the very few stocks that I'm actually invested into. And when I invest into a stock, I watch it all the fucking time. And what I do is I make trades out of it too. I make fucking swing trades out of it. I make fucking day trades out of it, because when I'm invested into something, it's a good way when you invest into a stock. It's a good way to really focus and get to learn a stock. And in terms of this fucking stock, there's a fuck ton of opportunity to make a fuck ton of money trading short-term options on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, especially the zero dates on fucking Friday, like what I did. They went up 1,000 fucking %. And it's going to be a great opportunity to take swing trades on. So like I said, this is a stock that I've not only invested into long term, but this is a stock that I'm planning to frequently fucking trade, because it's going to be one of those fucking stocks on oversold fucking dip buying opportunities and with break and fucking retest opportunities. If you know how to fucking use it the right fucking way, it's going to fucking pump, man. Like I said, long fucking term, $30, long term, $32 to $35 is a realistic price target. And then we'll take it from there. In terms of, aiming for a massive fucking win long term, $60, $55 to $60, right? But the point is, this is a great fucking buy. And let's be fucking realist here. I don't think there's a lot of good stocks in terms of like big, well-known companies who've been around. There's not a lot of good ones left that are trading under like $15 a fucking share, trading under $10 a fucking share. The bulk of them in 2020, 2022, the fucking bulk of them that were worth fucking nothing, like fucking Robinhood, it went to fucking what did Robinhood go to, like fucking $7 a fucking share? Yeah, like $6.81 a share. The point is, the bulk of them, they're worth a fuck ton now. And of course, they're going to keep on going up long fucking term. But the point is, to make a fuck ton of money is to buy something that's cheap and low fucking risk, like we do every single fucking day, cheap, low risk trades that can make you actually fucking rich. And what I'm telling you is, there's not a lot of fucking stocks left in terms of like big fucking companies that are here to stay for the long fucking term. It's like, think about this. Think about all the stocks within the market. There's not a lot in terms of brokerages, right? You got Charles Schwab, you got Interactive fucking Brokers, you got Robinhood. There's not a lot. There's not a lot of fucking brokers on the fucking stock market. So what the fuck do you think is going to happen to fucking Webull long term? This is a fucking no-brainer. This is just one of those fucking trades where I'm looking at the fucking price long fucking term and I'm saying, wow, there's not a lot of fucking brokers trading on the fucking market. All of the fucking brokers that are trading on the fucking market all fucking skyrocketed long fucking term. And I'm looking at all the shit that's going on with fucking Webull. They have these welcome bonuses. Webull's giving out very generous welcome bonuses. Webull's taking on a fuck ton of fucking clients. Now they're doing this thing with fucking crypto, and now they're doing all this. They're doing a fuck ton. And the volume speaks for its fucking self. They can move fucking volume at cheap fucking share prices. I'm telling you, this literally looks like fucking, Webull looks like Robinhood all over fucking again. So I told you, $35 is very, very realistic. If you're aiming for a massive profit target, $50 plus a share. And do I believe this makes sense to hold forever? Now, obviously not like everything you fucking buy, but would I consider this a hold for fucking ever company? Absolutely. At these fucking levels, I would even hold some for fucking ever. You know, because who the fuck knows? If this plays out fucking long term, like look at what happened to Robinhood. In terms of Robinhood, what's going on with them, this looks like a stock you could just hold this for the rest of your fucking life. That's what this shit fucking looks like. And who's to say Webull can't be the next fucking one, man? In terms of the market, it's about identifying opportunities. And this is a fucking no-brainer. If you just look at it from a long-term point of view with what's going on and, you know, how all these fucking, look at all the brokers. There's not a lot of brokers trading on the fucking stock market. The vast majority of them skyrocketed long fucking term. And everybody knows in terms of what's going to fucking skyrocket is something like this, where Webull is gaining a fuck ton of clients and they're doing all these different fucking things to get people into the market. Long fucking term, more people are going to keep on fucking trading within the market. And if you just look at what fucking Robinhood did, fucking Webull looks like it's going to do the same fucking shit, man. This is just a no fucking brainer. Where the fuck can you find something else like this? Where the fuck can you find something else like this? A fucking broker trading on the fucking stock market that's cheap and low risk with crazy amounts of fucking volume that was recently at $80 a fucking share, and it's the same fucking chart of fucking Robinhood. The reason why I'm showering this down your fucking throats is because there's just not a lot of fucking opportunities, man. I like taking investments that have big fucking ROIs that are rare. And I think we can all agree this is fucking rare. You know, in terms of this opportunity, fucking bullish, bull, it just makes all fucking sense, man. It's a classic fucking meme. It's a classic fucking meme. And this could turn out to a serious, forever, long-term play hold. And it just makes sense, man, because in terms of these brokerage stocks, they like to fucking pump and they like to be in this for the long term. And everyone knows, man, fucking Webull, it's one of those more speculative plays that just makes fucking sense to have skin in the fucking game. It's like, why the fuck wouldn't anyone, why the fuck would someone not choose to have skin in this fucking game, man? It's cheap, it's low risk, it has the biggest fucking percentage gains in the fucking market, like, and it's a rare opportunity. That's why I fucking love it. You know, we can't go back in 2022 and buy fucking Robinhood at fucking $6 a share. But we can hop over here and we can say, damn, this looks like a similar fucking opportunity. It's cheap as fuck. Long fucking term, we got a gap to fill here. And it's got the same fucking chart as Robinhood as well. It's like, this looks like a fucking repeat all over again, man. It's a rare fucking opportunity. And that's what I'm all for, man. I'm for rare opportunities where you have a cheap, low risk play on shares. You know, if you look at shares right now, everyone wants to buy, you know, fucking like, look, a fuck ton of people are all buying Robinhood. Look at the fucking volume on it, 37 fucking million. This is fucking insane. Put this into fucking perspective, man. Let's put this into perspective. Robinhood is trading at $100 a share. It's trading at $100 a fucking share right here. Robinhood's trading at $100 a fucking share. And the volume is at 121 fucking million, right? So Robinhood's trading at $100 a share. It's high as fuck. Now, obviously, long term, you know, doesn't sound high as fuck because this can go to fucking $300,000, $500,000, right? Like forever long-term fucking hold. But the point is, $100 a fucking share, that's a lot for some people. Unless you fucking hold this for fucking ever, you could make great gains, yeah. But the point is, $100 a share, like, yeah, it's a fucking lot. Everybody's looking for the next, you know, what's below $20 a share? Because there's not a lot. There's not a lot. If you look at the market, there's genuinely not a lot. I think we can all agree in terms of like big companies, rare opportunities like this, there's just not a lot of stocks sitting under $15 a share because they all fucking skyrocketed. You know, that's why keeping your eye on IPOs like this, and remember Robinhood, you know, it took a couple years after the IPO, but eventually it fucking took off. This looks like a fucking no-brainer. It looks like if you fucking hold the stock, how the fuck can you lose money on a fucking play like this? And even if you somehow lost fucking money on a play like this, it's fucking worth it because it's just such a rarity within the market where you can't find anything else like this. That's why I keep mentioning it and comparing it to Robinhood, because it's that fucking rare. It's such a rare fucking opportunity to take a play on where it's a fucking great company. It's here for the fucking long term and it's cheap as fuck. And you really can't say that about a lot of stocks. And again, it's in the broker. It's a fucking brokerage, right? Where the fuck? Look at all the fucking brokers on the stock market. They're all high as fuck. Most brokers trading on the fucking stock market are $50 plus a share, $80 a share, $100. They're all fucking high. They're all priced a fuck ton high. But the point is, man, like I was saying about fucking Robinhood, just put this into perspective. Right here, just let's put this into perspective. So when Robinhood was cheap as fuck, right, at its lows, let's put this into perspective. So right here towards its lows, the most volume it was having, you know, when it was cheap as fuck, $13 a share, 101 million on the volume, 101 million on the volume. Right here, it was getting about, you know, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million in volume, right? Now, if we go to fucking Webull is getting the same amount of volume, but even more. Look at this. 55 fucking million on the volume. This is fucking insane. It's already fucking hitting 55 fucking million. We go back to fucking Robinhood, right? You're going to see even towards the IPO, the highest it got to was 175 million. But after that, it just completely started to die off. It wasn't even in like 50 million fucking days. It was maintaining that like 30 fucking million overall. But the point being is eventually it just took the fuck off. And I'm telling you, this fucking Webull play, I just don't see on how this can't hit fucking $30 plus a fucking share. Even if you got in now and it dropped to fucking 70, it should still go to $30 a fucking share. It's like losing a personal fucking choice, man. Like, this fucking play is just fucking screaming long-term rarity potential. And that's what I like putting myself into situations where it looks safe, it looks huge upside potential, it looks could even be potential forever hold, but it's just the rarity of the opportunity. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm in a rare opportunity and it's safe and it has big upside potential, it's like there's never a regret to that. No matter what the fuck happens, it's like just to be in the opportunity. It's like the rarity of that. Like, think about how many times this comes around. You know, the last time something like this came around was fucking Robinhood. Now it's at $100 a share. Like, Webull's already getting 55 fucking million on the volume. And what I'm telling you is, like, put this into perspective. Think about all the money within the market. Fucking Robinhood is getting 120 million in volume when it's trading at $100 a share. It's trading at $100 a fucking share, and it's getting 120 million in volume. So who's to say eventually this is gonna start getting fucking 100 M's in volume when it starts increasing in price, man? Look at it. It's already increasing. Now it's in the fucking 17s, and it's getting 55 fucking million now. The liquidity is there. The volume is there. The market isn't fucking asleep. You know, people are just afraid. They're afraid of getting in on the startup, when it looks speculative, when it looks risky, all the fucking bullshit. People are fucking afraid. But once it starts becoming fucking sustainable and fucking safe, when the price goes up and up and up and up, then all of a sudden everybody wants to fucking get in. Like, people are talking. I've seen fucking people talking about, oh, I'm sticking with Robinhood. This is fucking safe. I'd rather buy Robinhood at $100 a share than fucking Webull at $10 a fucking share. It's like, dude, get fucking both. The fuck? Webull's a fucking no-brainer. All of this fucking liquidity over here is going to come into fucking here. It's cheap, it's low risk, it's a no fucking brainer. So I wanted to share that with you because, like I said, I'm someone who rarely takes on, I'm very, very patient with my investment strategies. You go back throughout my channel, you'll see some amazing investment opportunities, some amazing investment calls that I have, but I'm not the one to sit here and invest into 20 different fucking stocks every single fucking year and tell you they're all going to go up. I'm the one who finds these rare fucking opportunities, and these opportunities come very, very rare. You know, I don't, in terms of like average, I only take on probably like a couple investments on stocks every couple years. It's not a lot. I don't make a lot. I'm looking for plays like this, man, rare fucking plays. You know, in terms of like a portfolio, if you're looking at more towards a high upside potential where you can potentially hold it forever, but in terms of like, it just makes sense to get in because no matter what the fuck it does, whether it goes to $6 a share, it should go up 100% from your fucking entry. And then, of course, average down a little bit if it drops 50%. Like, it just looks like a no fucking brainer, man. Just think of the long term. People are going to keep on coming into the fucking market. All these fucking people on Robinhood are going to wake the fuck up and they're going to realize, oh shit, look at what Webull's doing. They're having all these different fucking things going on, and they're having these big ass fucking welcome bonuses and just all these different things going on. And people are going to wake the fuck up. You know, it's a great fucking platform. They're going to wake the fuck up and they're going to say, wow, you know, I did very well, invested into Robinhood. What could I invest into next? You know, and they're going to come over to here and they're going to say, oh, fucking Webull. Webull's cheap as fuck. And then I'm telling you, once this gets to fucking $30, $40, $50 a share, then all of a sudden something's going to fucking change. And then people are going to think, oh man, this company is the best company in the fucking world. And they're just going to want to hold it for fucking ever. And then they're going to buy it $50 when they could have bought it fucking $10 a share. That's what it can potentially turn into, man. Look, no matter what the fuck happens, just being in the rarity of this situation, like, no matter what, man, this is fucking history. This fucking video, this fucking investment that I made, this is all fucking history. Because at the end of the day, this could be a fucking play where if you buy it at this fucking share price, eventually it might never come back down to that fucking share price. And it might just gradually go up and you just hold it for fucking ever. And even if you don't hold it for fucking ever, it's not a forever hold fucking play. At the bare fucking minimum, you should be able to make 100% fucking plus on this, man. This is a no fucking brainer. So, if you're serious about looking for the right investment, I would encourage you to, take on some shares on Webull. You know, buy some shares on Webull. So if you would like to trade alongside us and join us, it's the first link down below within the description. And by taking on this investment as well, that should easily make you more than enough money to join the group if you were serious about joining the group. I mean, with the swing trade I already took, I'm up a fuck ton. Getting in at 1441 and then taking on 2 option trades, making over 230% profit return on those. So losing remains a personal choice. If you'd like to trade alongside us and join our group, it's the first link down below within the description.